Hello and welcome to pmslounge.com. This is a special video because we are covering a special country, my own country, India. And we'll talk about what is the kind of salary you as a project manager or someone with a different job title in the project management domain can expect to earn in India. Now, whenever we do videos like these, we cover a report from PMI known as PMI's salary survey. I would highly urge you to get yourselves the PMI membership so that you get access to reports like these in addition to all the other benefits that a PMI membership is going to bring to you. So all copyrights acknowledged, no copyrights infringement intended. We will just go over some of the numbers from India. And when we talk about India and the kind of salary you're drawing in India, in the project management domain, you need to understand that there is no magic number, right? There is not a single number that everyone working in the project management domain is drawing. There are several factors that affect the kind of salary you're making. Those factors are how many years of experience you have, what is the kind of industry you're working in, do you have PMP, what is your education level, right? So all those factors are also something that we are going to talk about, right, in this video. So sit back, relax, and let me share my screen and give you the big number right away. So salary that you can expect to make in India is 19.25 lakhs per annum. Now this is a median number because median is closest to reality, and we are looking at these numbers in Indian rupees, right? So this is not US dollars. 19.25 lakhs or 1.9 million Indian rupees is what you can expect to make as a project manager in India. Now this is just the salary, but you can also talk about total compensation, which includes some other components as well, and that's like 21 lakhs. So those are the two numbers which are like the big numbers, right? But like I said, what you're drawing is also dependent on several other factors, and we are going to look at those factors now. But before we go there, let me tell you what were the last 12 months like and what are the next 12 months going to be like. Remember, the N here, the sample size for this survey is 1743. Now you may say, oh, well, I make a lot more than this median salary, or I make a lot less than this median salary. Well, there will always be corner cases, but what we are looking at is the result that we got, that PMI got when they surveyed these 1743 people. So 44% people actually reported that in the last 12 months, their salary remained the same. 12% reported getting a hike of 7% to 9.9%, while 11% reported that their salary increased by 10% to close to 15%. So salary increase in double digits. That's great, right? So those were the kind of hikes people got in the last 12 months. But in the next 12 months, what do people expect? 23% expect that their salary is going to rise in double digits. 17% think that their salary will remain the same, while 14% think that their salary is going to rise by 5% to 6.9%. So those were the two tables that I wanted to talk about, which basically gives you an overview about how the last 12 months have been and what is it that project managers or people working in project management domain expect in the next 12 months. Now let's talk about annualized salary by position description. What is your job title, and corresponding to that, what is it that you can expect to make? So these positions are basically in a hierarchy. You will be a project management specialist and then become a project manager, 1, 2, 3, program manager, portfolio manager. These could also be called as senior project manager, staff project manager in certain organizations. So it totally depends on your organization how they name these positions. But as you rise through the corporate ladder, your salary is also going to rise. That's the point that I'm trying to make here. So don't expect that you are going to become the director of PMO right out of college. That's not possible because that requires a lot of experience as well. But a director of PMO is making close to 32 lakhs per annum in Indian rupees, which is again the median salary. Now, annualized salary by years of work experience and annualized salary by years worked in project management both of these are going to rise as, your salary is going to rise as these years increase. So nothing out of ordinary there. Annualized salary by highest formal education level obtained. All of us in India are crazy about degrees and want to be highly educated, right? We all want a 4 year degree and then a master's and perhaps a PhD. Does it even help when it comes to your salary? It actually does. Someone with a doctoral degree can expect to make a lot more than someone who does not have a doctoral degree and just have, let's say, a 4 year college degree or some associate degree, not even a 4 year degree, right? So the higher your education level is, your highest formal education level is, the higher you can expect to earn in India. Analyzed salary by degree in project management. Now, this was interesting because you don't necessarily find a lot of colleges and universities out there that offer degrees in project management in India. But of course, this can also include MBA with project management as a subject, right? So if you have a degree in project management, you have a slight edge in your salary over someone who does not have a degree in project management, right? So that is something to consider. This is actually not the case in a lot of other countries that we have seen so far. If you have a degree, you actually end up making much less than someone who does not have a degree in project management. And remember, we are not talking about a degree, right? We are talking about a degree specifically in project management. Okay, now let's talk about analyzed salary by PMP status. If you have a PMP certification, you can expect to make 20 lakhs versus someone who does not have a PMP certification and they can expect to make 17 lakhs. So clearly, having a PMP is going to give you an advantage. But an important point to note here is that if you have recently cleared your PMP, don't expect your salary to rise up to 20 lakhs right away. Because someone who has been PMP for less than a year, they report earning 13.25 lakhs per annum, right? And out of the people that were surveyed, 42 people were such who had their PMP and it has not even been 1 year for them, right? Now, if you have been PMP for 1 to 5 years, you can expect to make 17 lakhs. If you have been PMP for 5 to 10 years, you can expect to make 22 lakhs. If you have been PMP for 10 to 20 years, you can expect to make 30 lakhs. So an average number is 20 lakhs that's mentioned above. But remember, you have to have experience, you have to have time at your side as well. So just because you have PMP does not mean the next month your salary is going to go up to 20 lakhs. That's an important point that I wanted to talk about. Let's talk about analyzed salary by gender, and there is definitely a pay gap. Males working in project management make 20 lakhs versus females working in project management who make 17 lakhs a year. What are the departments that you should work for in order to make the most? Number one in the list is supply chain management or logistics. If you are a project manager working in the supply chain management or logistics department of your company, you are making the most. Followed by someone who's working in the IT department, followed by someone who's working in the consulting department. So these are the three departments. And remember, you could be working in a totally different industry, but still in the IT department of that company, right? For example, analyzed salary by industry. What you see here is that real estate industry pays the most to their project managers. Now, obviously, there are two types of project managers that you will find in the real estate industry. If you work in a company that is part of the real estate industry, it is likely that the project managers you meet are construction project managers. But it is also possible that the company is so huge that they have an IT department of their own, and you find project managers in the IT department in the real estate industry, right? So that is also something I wanted you to basically be cognizant of. So 24 lakhs, someone in real estate working in project management, that's what they are drawing, followed by project managers in insurance industry, followed by project managers in telecommunications industry. Now, these are followed by some other industries which are very close. We talk about resources, we can talk about pharmaceuticals, we can talk about information technology, we can also talk about food and beverage, financial services, and aerospace. So their numbers are pretty close to the three industries that we talked about. So you could be a project manager in any of these industries and in any of these departments as well within those industries and be able to make the most. So what industry do you work in? What is the kind of experience you have? How many years has it been for you since you cleared your PMP? All of those factors are important when you try and gauge what your salary should be as a project manager in India. All right, the annualized salary by number of employees in entire organization, which represents the kind of organization you're working in and the kind of salary you're drawing. And as you can see, the last three in this table, right? Organizations that have more than 2,500 employees to even 10,000 or more employees, they are the ones that pay their project managers the most. Again, someone might say, well, I have a friend or I am someone who's working in a startup. It has less than 10 employees and I'm making much more than what you are showing here. Obviously, because you are a corner case. This is what the survey results suggest. All right. Before I let you go, I also wanted to talk about the work culture in India and how many hours are you expected to work in India. So, as you can see, for all these positions, people are expected to work more than 40 hours every week. In fact, for a project management specialist, the employer expects him or her to work 44 hours every week. This is something which is different from a lot of other countries that we have talked about, because several countries out there, they expect their employees to work 40 hours or less. In India, you are expected to work more than 40 hours, and what people report is actually even close to 50 hours every week. So that's something that I really wanted to point out before I let you go and close this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments if you want me to cover some other countries. We've actually covered a lot of other countries, so check out the first link in the description that contains the entire playlist of all the countries that we've covered so far. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.